And as America drags itself further into the Ukraine war, thousands of miles away in Pakistan, what is interesting and ironical is that weapons, American weapons, are in fact now being used to carry out terror attacks. You heard that right, American weapons being used to carry out terror attacks. Now, these are weapons that the United States of America, in fact, left behind during its withdrawal from Kabul. And they've now made their way into the hands of the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan terrorists. And our next report gets you more details.
In August 2021, when the Americans abandoned Afghanistan, not only did they abandon the Afghan people to a life of misery under the Taliban, they also left behind a whole host of weapons on a platter. Weapons that were meant to be used by Afghan forces, but ended up falling into the hands of the Taliban. Choppers, jets, Humvees, rifles. The Taliban seized them all and made videos flaunting its loot. 1.5 years later, it turns out that some of these weapons are no longer within Afghanistan. They've also made their way into Pakistan. Look at this report. According to the Pakistani officials, the Pakistani Taliban is using these weapons to intensify its attacks across the country. These instances tell you the story. In January, after a TTP attack in Peshawar, the police recovered thermal weapon sights. The TTP apparently used them to conduct a coordinated strike. Then in February, during ambushes in Dera Ismail Khan, Bannu and Lucky Marwat, the police recovered similar high-tech equipment from the attack sites. And if these instances weren't enough, the TTP itself is putting out images like these. It shows TTP terrorists practicing with modern American weapons. The list includes M24 sniper rifles, M4 carbines, Trigicon ACOG scopes, and M16A4 rifles with thermal scopes. They're all in the TTP's arsenal. The question is how? How did these weapons end up with this group? Did they procure them from the Afghan Taliban? It certainly seems so. Look at this report. It says that since 2021, American weapons and military accessories are being openly sold in shops by Afghan gun dealers. Pistols, rifles, grenades, binoculars, they're all for sale. In most cases, the buyers happen to be from Pakistan. Take this report, for instance. It says Afghan guns are arming regional insurgents. No prizes for guessing which group these so-called insurgents belong to. How do we view these developments? Who should Pakistan blame for this? On the face of it, the Afghan Taliban deserves much of the blame. But the real culprit is the United States of America. It left these weapons unguarded in Afghanistan and didn't even make an attempt to get them back. So any questions on the threat these weapons pose to Pakistan should certainly be raised with Washington. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.